The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing? It is Friday, my favorite time of the week because I get to hang out with all you fine fellow friends and we get to talk about all kinds of cool stuff going on in the world because it's Friday night and we're either going to talk about Superman or we're going to talk about current events. And I'm pumped, excited to talk about Superman, so let's toss it over to my buddy, the Australian, the author, David Applegate.
G'day, friends, fans, air conditioners, and other cool units. As for Superman, I am 100% the current movie. As for the cancellation of the other projects, there's actually good reasons, so we'll get into that later. But yes, there's a lot of current events that we should also cover.
Yeah, hey, Dr. Govinels is in the hizzle for shizzle.
Hey, guess what I want to talk about tonight? Can you tell from my background?
I have no idea. Current events?
Illegal aliens. He wants to talk about illegal aliens.
Yes.
Immigration. Hey, we got the channel dad in the hizzle. What's up, man?
Howdy. We all come from somewhere, but where are we going?
I have no idea. So, yes, it has been an exciting week. I went to go see Superman last night, and me and my wife, we had a great time doing it. It was fantastic.
Now,
did you do it, or did you go see Superman?
You
said it. I didn't.
What did I say? All I said
You
is
said you had a great time doing it.
Yeah.
I said I went to go see Superman and I had a great time doing it.
Yeah. Now, this morning...
Hey, my mom's probably watching, so...
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know it's nighttime for you, but in the morning, there's going to be some confusion. So let's set the record straight. There's an article that came out, I think it was Friday, that said DC cancels Superman. They're not talking about the current movie, folks. They're talking about J.J. Abrams' movie.
Good, because that one was going to suck.
Wait, why are there two Superman movies?
J.J. Abrams has been in the process of making a Superman for 10 years.
Yeah, he's been wanting to make a sequel to Man of Steel for that long.
And it's going to have like a black Superman.
2.
But Man of Steel 2 was going to be black.
Oh, wait, never mind. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
No. You're right.
What's he going to take the Richard Donner movie and copy paste the script and pretend it's his own like he does with everything else?
Yes. He was apparently trying to find a way to make Kal-El black, to retcon Krypton as black, and he's been in production hell for 10 years, and apparently he's spent as much as $500 million on
dude, it's not, I mean, it's...
What a waste of money.
Yeah.
No, not just Superman. He's got $500 million in cancelled projects right now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I still hear the music. Are we still in the introduction?
We're just kind of rolling. It's a long-winded song. I like it, so I just put it on there.
I know.
Right, sorry, man.
I
thought I had derailed us.
Yeah. I think you light jazz all night.
Yeah.
Well, I could throw in. Let's see. What is it? Where is it? Where's the thing?
Movie.
I could throw in. Here, hang on. It's the best part of the song. Hold on. I just really like it. Yeah.
And it's
For
copyright.
those who
Right.
don't know, he actually plays.
Hang on. It's climbing
Yeah.
right here.
Oh, there we go.
He's got an ear for music, folks. He's got an ear for it.
I love it. I don't know why I love it,
Perfect.
but I love it. It's right there. We could throw some. This is all background music on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to make me fall asleep. Last one.
Yeah. Now, about the current Superman movie, I know the comic book nerds and critics don't like it, but I can tell you why. Because they're comic book nerds, and you can't please a comic book nerd unless you make their favorite story.
I'm a comic book nerd.
So,
I've got thousands.
I'm talking about, the
Right.
YouTubers who who are always critical of everything that's come out for the last 15 years.
I mean, I'm
That's
still
their
mad
job.
about Crisis on Infinite Earths from 1985. So,
Well, there also wasn't that a
Steve, I don't know
WB
about you.
WB section where it was like Crisis on Infinite Earths,
Yeah.
and that was terrible too, right?
well, I didn't like the aftermath. They screwed up DC continuity for years. I mean, they finally got it. They finally got it to where was going to start buying stuff again. Then they did that new 52 nonsense. So it's like they can't ever.
I, as a writer, I know how important canon is. It gives people
Right.
something to say. I know why he's doing this now.
Mhm.
When you start off with a comic book, right, the first 10 or so issues might not make sense. But as the canon builds up in your brain, you
Right.
get to say 30, 40 issues in, you know the story.
Mhm.
The problem is you get these wankers who then start going, well, this isn't good enough. Okay?
Oh yeah.
And then as the sales decline, because they go, let's reboot because we're not getting the kids' attention.
Well,
Look, from a story perspective, though, you eventually run out of stories, okay? DC
Right.
should have crashed and burned and said, instead of a comic every month, or 10 comics every month, they went to 50 to 100 comics every month, and they burned every story they could for superheroes.
They should have scaled it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what
they
did you
should have
What did you
scaled
think
it
of the
back.
new movie, Appalachian?
I really
Hurricane?
liked it.
Yeah, people are... Look,
But
the only
there was-
ones who don't like it...
There were minor
Um,
critiques, and I mean, like this
Yeah.
really isn't. This isn't going to give anything away for like spoilers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the real reason I didn't like the movie, like I said, this isn't a spoiler. This doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of does, but I didn't like Clark's parents.
Yeah, a lot of people said they were too bland.
They were too bland. The dad, there's no way that man would have
Raised the Boy Scout.
would have raised him to be Superman.
I
Hey,
don't know
Ernie,
about that.
Ernie's
Ernie.
Ernie producing the chat. What's up, Ernie? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, and he-
They kind of threw me at first. I mean, it was a different take on them, where they're the typical farm, couple that are more the glamorized version. Where these are, in this movie, they're more. I don't want to say hillbilly, but they're more.
They were more hillbilly.
They're lower class versions of what we've been served up before.
But there was never a
Right.
situation where Jonathan Kent sat there and said something that was thought provoking or meaningful to Clark. There
I
was
think
no,
was.
huh?
They have a conversation that's a pretty good conversation where
When?
he tells him he's proud of him and that it doesn't make any. It's not where he's talking. I don't want to ruin plot points or anything, but he's talking. Because one thing is
When
never
they're shitting out on the
resolved.
front porch,
Yeah,
or
about
like the
the
front
message,
stoop or whatever.
about the message from his home planet or whatever. That's
Yeah.
never really resolved whether that was a trick, whether that was the actual message. I don't. It's like, and I guess it doesn't matter, but I mean, it kind of matters to me. But it's like, maybe
Yeah.
maybe that'll be resolved in future movies. Probably not. But I thought
doesn't look like there is.
That was I thought Paul Kent had a good speech here. It wasn't the level of Superman 78. I mean, it wasn't that level where he's like, you're put on this earth for a reason, and I don't know what it is, but it wasn't to play football.
Yeah,
it wasn't that level, but it was nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I said, it was fine. It just wasn't. There was never anything in there that he gave him a thought provoking message that was just like,
right. Hey.
You have done, whatever. I don't know.
I agree with you on that. I'm just happy he wasn't suffering from major depressive disorder like the Kevin Costner version and wanting to find an excuse to commit suicide in a tornado. Whatever the hell that
right.
was.
Yes.
What the hell is that?
That was
my son can fly. He can defy gravity.
Yeah.
He's super strong. He can do it, but no, me, who cannot will go.
I think the best versions of Jonathan and Martha are from Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman.
Okay,
that's my take.
I'm not really familiar
with the Duke boy.
No, Dr. Galvin, are you serious? You've never seen it?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Dude, it's on Max. You should definitely check it out. It is a fan.
Dean Cain.
Dean Cain.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes of it, but I really did not see the Ma and Pa Kent.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, they are
I used
fantastic.
To watch I don't remember if I remember.
See, I don't agree that they should still be around. I mean, after he's an adult, at least Pa should be dead, because that's in the comics. They both die before he goes off to college, even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they both. I mean, before Crisis on Infinite Earths, I mean, it was it was fine. Actually, Ma Kent always survives in every other media version, like in the George Reeves TV series. She's still there. In the 1978 movie, Ma Kent is still there, but at least Pa should. I mean, you need that emotional. I'm not saying let's kill somebody off, but
now in Superman and Lois.
Mm-hmm.
That show, did you guys ever watch that? I watched the first 3 seasons. I liked it.
I watched the first episode or two, and then I just...
you mean the WB, the recent one?
The new one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I never watched.
That was pretty good. The very first episode starts off with Martha passing away.
Oh, okay.
And they come...
Martha? Does he say
it's been so long since I... Why did you say that name?
Why did you say that name? No, I mean, realistic. Let's see, what was her name?
I don't really remember that.
New Adventures of Superman. The cast. What was her name? Kay Callan.
You're talking
Martha
about the one
Kent.
with Dean Cain, right?
Yes.
That was Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark.
That's what I said.
You said The Adventures of Superman and Lois.
It's The New Adventures of Superman.
It is.
It's Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think it's funny it's Lois and Clark because that gives Terry Hatcher the top billing.
She demanded it.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because Dean Cain wasn't as well known. He became well known because of Lois and Clark.
And he was the first non-Caucasian Superman too.
Yeah, he was a Mexican Superman.
No, Asian.
He's half Asian.
Well, yeah, but he's got a lot of Hispanic. He even himself said it that he himself said that he was the first Mexican Superman.
Oh.
Yeah, but he wasn't cast. He wasn't cast.
That's her. She played Martha Kent, and Eddie Jones played Jonathan Kent.
Okay. I never saw any of those episodes.
Dude, they are fantastic. I love it, dude. He was such a good Superman. Dean Cain is the man, dude. And plus,
Dean Cain was good. I liked him.
Plus, he's quite an awesome conservative.
Yeah,
which is why he wasn't invited to the Superman reunion, and Zaslav paid a huge cost for that because that was the beginning of the end for support for WB.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he did good. He was a great Superman. I liked his outfit.
Really good as Lois Lane, I thought.
Do
A lot of
what?
people
Yeah.
think it was.
Terry
Sorry.
Hatcher was nice as Lois Lane too, as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he showed up in the Supergirl series, but I really think they
Mhm.
did him wrong on that.
Yeah. They should have had
They
him
were
play a
struggling
better
with Supergirl.
Well, yeah, he was her father, right? And then what's her name, who played Supergirl in the '80s in the movie,
Right.
was her mom,
Helen Slater. Yeah.
Helen Slater. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
The first season of Supergirl was okay, but I feel after that it just became about her stepsister's
Gayness.
Yeah.
lesbian. And,
Yeah.
that was
That got
all about
old.
her.
Yeah. I
Got old
somewhere
really
in there, I stopped watching because the train wreck just wasn't entertaining
Mhm.
anymore. I don't remember. And then I would see clips like with Brainiac or something. There was different people that would. I'm like,
I got a question for you, Seth.
Yes.
Without giving any spoilers away, what did you feel about the depiction of Supergirl in the new movie?
I thought it was kind of funny. I don't really know too much about her,
Mhm.
and I really just didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't really like that.
It was
part.
kind of a passing segment,
It's like,
and I
let's
just like,
turn
okay,
her, let's turn her into a
I
big
briefly
dummy,
remember.
basically.
yeah,
So
I
it's like-
briefly remember when Supergirl came out. There was a lot of people who called it a retcon. I don't remember actually reading the story. I've seen her in later stories, but I always thought this was a problem not just with DC but Marvel as well, where they'd run out of the story and they'd introduce a family member who was never in the past, and when they reboot a story, they make it as if she was there all along. And like
Yeah.
over time, some of these backstories have become so convoluted. But in the minds of many comic book people, that they can't remember if it's Infinite Earth or Crisis or Cross. It's become so convoluted, and they can't sort the stories out because they're all fragments now.
Right. Well, it is because Supergirl
There's
had
fragments
like
of
9
past
origins
stories
now.
in current events.
Because for a while
Yeah.
they couldn't use Kara Zor-El,
Yeah.
and they said we're not going to use Kara Zor-El, she's dead. So that just made Brian so mad. He just left.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna mute his
He hates-
microphone.
He hates it when we talk about
It
Supergirl.
went from
Yeah, he loves Supergirl so
It
much.
went from Soul Survivor. See, Superman went from Soul Survivor to Chosen One to, hey, I found there's a retcon Brainiac could rip the city out.
Right.
And, and that's where Supergirl originally came from.
Right.
She was when when Superman rescued the city from
Kandor.
Brainiac, while he was trying to figure it out,
Mhm.
she escaped from the bottle. And he was only able to remolecularize her.
Well, in the original continuity,
Yeah,
Supergirl was from Argo City,
yeah.
and she was rocketed to Earth when everyone was dying of kryptonite poisoning when the shield they'd made. Well, it's complicated, but then
Yeah, but they
and
changed
when
it
they-
so often.
yeah, well, they changed it after Crisis on Infinite Earths. I mean, it was it got complicated. It was a little complicated, but it made sense.
Yeah,
I mean, they actually
but you gotta remember-
incorporated like Argos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
Kandor
incorporated past stories into the current iterations.
I mean, Kandor. I'm talking about the original continuity that
Yeah.
when Brainiac stole and shrank the city of Kandor, and he had a bottle city. They actually, when they went back and did stories about Krypton before it exploded, they made that make more sense because what happened was originally Jor-El got a lot of support. Let's build rockets. Let's escape Krypton. And unfortunately, all the people that supported him were then based in Kandor City, and then Brainiac stole it, and so there went all his damn support. So I mean, that made it even more tragic in a way because Brainiac really screwed Krypton over.
Lape, you good, buddy?
Yeah. Fan fell over.
You're sending
Man, you like straight up threw them things down and was gone. I was like,
we must really.
we must have
Yeah,
really
it
made him mad.
Well, it was a fan it's like on a pole. It's about 4 feet over, and it got knocked over.
But yeah,
Well, the dogs
it was
knocked it over.
complicated. Continuity is complicated, but it made sense to nerds like me. But I guess the writers couldn't keep track of it. So
I don't really want to offend comic book nerds. I'm just saying there are some who have made a big YouTube career about being constantly critical, so they're never going to praise anything unless it's their favorite story.
Right.
Right.
Well, the movies, in my opinion, are a whole other ball of wax. I mean, even in 1978, when the original Superman movie came out, I'm like, I had a lot of criticisms of that just because, well, why couldn't they do it like the comic book? Why couldn't they make Krypton? Why did it have to be an ice planet all of a sudden? Why did it have to be everyone's wearing white? Why is everything all white? It was like, I had a lot of criticism, but you got to realize a movie is a whole other thing. It's totally different than comic books. As long as they get the spirit of the thing.
Issue. See, that's the problem. When you're making a movie, there's a legal issue. And the studios always say, well, instead of resolving this by paying the royalties and paying the rights, because we're going to make a movie for $100 million and only make 79 back, they're going to trim costs. Because remember, studios make their money over time.
But I think part of it is they don't want it to, they don't want it to look as comic booky because they're trying to get the normies in there. So they're like, let's make it less silly and let's get Marlon Brando in there so we know we're serious and let's do this and let's do that.
The problem is the normies then go by the comic books and they freak out and then dump the comic books. So they change the comic books for the normies. That's why we keep getting reboots. But the normies cannot be pleased. That's the problem.
Well, they're never going to be. And you
can't please the comic book nerds either because you keep changing the story.
What did you like about the movie, Seth, and what did you not like about the new Superman movie? Other than Pa Kent.
I liked Superman's attitude. I thought that he played a very goofy, funny. You could tell the way, like his the things he would say. Golly gosh, that nappy, stuff like that. That was very like Superman Boy Scout, and I loved it.
They're wanting to make him more human. That's a good word for it. He even has a speech later where he's given Luthor the reason you suck speech, where he goes, I'm human. I have, emotions. That's the mistake you're making. I'm not just an alien. I have the same emotions that everyone here does. And they make him like that. Like he's not some stoic guy where you can't even read his emotions. Like unfortunately Henry Cavill was in all those movies. He's like more relatable.
Yeah. And what sucks is like, that's not Henry Cavill's fault.
Yeah. No, it's not his fault at all.
They always his fault at all. Remember, the rule in Hollywood is it's never our fault, folks. We're feminists.
Yeah.
But I didn't. On the woke-o-meter, how would you rate anything in this movie as being overly woke?
0.
No, I didn't.
Nothing.
And all these articles coming out saying, "Oh, they're going to say immigration." They're going to say there was nothing in there about that. They say he's an alien, but he's a literal alien.
It was showing us what you get when you get white migrants.
You know what was hilarious?
There you go.
What was hilarious? Like this is a kind of a spoiler. So, spoiler alert: 3, 2, like for just 3. Spoiler for like a minute. The pocket dimension,
right?
Where you see all the bot monkeys hammering away on the keyboard. That was hilarious.
I thought that was pretty darn funny.
I heard that came out of a comic book.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I think there was an issue in Animal Man that did something like that.
Yeah, no.
It's the old infinite number of monkeys on an infinite number of typewriters conundrum.
Yeah. Remember the flashbacks they had in The Flash? In all those reels?
I never saw that movie.
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Something referring to
Flash that came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
I sailed the seas for that one.
Yeah, I think it was actually called Infinite Monkeys or something. It was Weird Science, in the Weird Science comics. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But no, it had a black guy, Mr. Terrific, but he's been around since 1997. And
I'd never heard of him before.
Yeah.
He was on the Arrow, the Green Arrow.
Arrowverse.
He's been in the comics since 1997.
Was he gay in the comics too?
No, he's not gay in the movie.
No, and on the TV show he was gay.
Oh,
They had a
that
black.
was
They had
Arrowverse
a gay
crap,
black.
yeah.
no.
They had something else, and then they decided, you know what, the show needs is more women and fewer men.
Of course,
and they got rid of him and a couple other.
Well, as far as I know, in the movie, Mr. Terrific is not gay. He's not gay in the comic because in the comic his first appearance he's going to jump off a bridge because his pregnant wife died in a car accident, and it's a really cool story because he's going to kill himself just like the original Mr. Terrific was going to jump off a bridge, and there were kids that he helped out. And in this case, the Spectre shows up because it's in the issue of the Spectre that the second Mr. Terrific shows up, and the Spectre relates the story of the original one and what happened there, and he kind of inspires him because he, just like the original Mr. Terrific, he's like extremely intelligent and really good at sports. Like he's an Olympic level athlete and he can do anything. Mm-hmm. The original one was like just basically bored with life because everything came too easy for him. So then he became Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, but they did that. They explored it better with Dr. Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
They, everything came too easy. The Ultimate Superman.
Right.
Even Superman couldn't defeat Manhattan because
but he's not totally emotionless. I mean, he pretends to be emotionless in this movie, but he's not. But he's a pretty funny character. I like the actor that plays him a lot. I'd almost like to see a whole movie with that guy.
We have a reboot so soon because of The Rock, and yet The Rock isn't the one who got fired. It's Henry Cavill, and that sucks. And people are allegedly boycotting the movie because it isn't Henry Cavill.
Well, there's a lot of Snyder Bros boycotting it, and I think there's a lot of people are, in my opinion, are against it because of Zaslav, because he was anti-woke and because he canceled all these woke projects like Batwoman and stuff, and that other Superman that was going to be black, and because of that, they're
didn't
ironically
pay the light bills.
Right? They're ironically trying to make this movie seem like it's woke to get other people from seeing it. So it's like, and it's not that at all. And I don't think it's working because when I saw it today at 4:00, the theater was packed.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I saw it last night. It was just me and my wife in the theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What gets me is the comic book nerds did ruin the first night. Okay, a lot of comic book nerds said this went to the Thursday night
there
showing.
Were plenty of
spoilt the movie, said it was woke, said it was crap, and the next day on the official opening, half the people didn't show up. Ticket cancellations, and now I think people are waking up and going, "Hey, wait a minute, this guy's never liked anything."
Right?
You know?
Yeah. We went to a discount theater. All the other theaters were booked up, like the nicer ones were booked up. So
I had to see it in IMAX because that was the only time I didn't even want to see it in 3D IMAX. They gave me the wrong glasses. I'm gonna have to see it again because I missed the first half hour of the movie basically because it was all blurry, and I'm like, "Are these the right glasses?" Because I'm like, it's like, no, you need the IMAX. Well, it would have been nice if you would have given me the right damn glasses.
Yeah.
Hey,
what did you think about the opening?
I'll be right back.
All right.
The cold open. I think it got right into the action. It would have been nice if we could have seen the battle, but we got to see him fight Ultraman a lot anyway. We got plenty of that. I liked it. I mean, where they give the 300 years ago, 30 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 minutes ago, whatever the hell that was. But it was a good way to start it. You don't need to see his origin yet again. Just like
Ernie says
everyone knows his origin.
Ernie says, you went to the movies on a Thursday? Don't you have to work on Friday? Yeah, actually, I did have to work this morning. I got up. I had to get up and go in a little early because I had to go down to just north of Martinsville. And then I was done by 9:00 and went back to the shop, turned in my paperwork. I think I was at home sitting on the couch at 11.
I thought about seeing it on Thursday and just taking Friday off, but I was like, I'll just see it on Friday.
I just sucked it up because I'm a big boy.
I
get off at 3:00 where I work, so I just saw it at 4.
I think it was Dispatu who said, with the Superman movie, if the reviewers you like say it's not good, there's a chance, not 100%, but there's a chance that you won't like it. But what you should always remember with viewers, it's personal. So if you don't agree with them most of the time, you're actually going to like this movie.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I've seen this with a lot of critics. A lot of people only watch the critics to get the spoilers. You know that, right? A lot of people can't afford to see movies, so they watch the critics on YouTube. Go through about 5 critics, and you'll get the whole story to a movie.
Hey, Anime Nights in the Hizzle.
Hello.
What's up, Anime?
Hey, Anime Night, how's it going?
Good. Just enjoying my day off and just relaxing.
Hey, we're talking about Superman. Have you by any chance got to see it yet?
I haven't been able to because.
But how was the attendance?
There was a lot of people that were interested. I think the one I saw was 109.
Oh wow!
Wow. Yeah, I've heard it's averaging 75.
If you had to guesstimate the area that you live in without telling us, obviously, would you say that it's a small town, medium town, or a large city?
I would say medium.
Okay.
Because it's not small. Because
that was enough information. I've doxed you.
That's enough.
Publish your address.
I know you.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. I was curious. Like, I was telling them just a few minutes ago that our bigger theaters were booked, and so we had to go to a discount theater to watch it. So it kind of sucked, but the discount theater had recently renovated their seats, so it wasn't as terribly uncomfortable as it used to be.
Yeah, it was nice where I was sitting.
It's funny when people think discount theater, it's not just the price; it's the fact the seats. You know, there's
everything's bare minimum.
Yeah, the seats don't have anything but the bare minimum. You know, like foam, exactly that. You know, just enough to say that you can't feel the wood, but you can, and it's that. Easy wash. It's not leather. It's that leatherette. You know, that easy.
Yeah,
wash.
this one. I mean, I used to work at that theater, the one that the discount theater I went to. I used to work there back, when I was in high school, and they had the most uncomfortable seats. They were very rigid, and like you just was constantly like shifting. It was hard to stay into a movie because you were just like, man, it's uncomfortable. It sucks. But we went last night, and I sat down. And I'll say this: the discount theater is a lot closer. And when I don't have a lot of do-re-mi to go see a movie, because we're going on vacation at the end of the month. By the way, Lape, you're going to be running the show on the last Friday of the month. By the way,
I love the expression do-re-mi to refer to money. By the way,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So cool. We're trying to save up. We're taking a little day trip. I'll tell you all about this off air. But I just wanted to, save a little bit of cash. So we went to we had no choice to go to the discount theater because, like I said, they were booked up. The furthest one away, I could have went, but I didn't want to spend the money. And the show was late. I had to get up early this morning, so I was like, let's go to the discount theater. It's the same movie.
I wish we had a discount theater. It's just like it's one of 2 theaters, and they're both expensive. So it's like that's
dude. We went to see How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. It cost us $140.
Holy!
4 tickets, 2 nachos, a large popcorn, 1 large drink, 2 small drinks.
If you're bringing your whole family.
Yeah, for me and 2 kids.
It was just me and my wife. My daughter didn't want to see it.
Oh, nice. That was a pretty good movie, by the way. To be honest with you, I've never seen the first animated one.
Oh, really?
I've never seen it.
I've seen the animated one. It's not bad.
Okay, well, I do want to sit down and watch it at some point. We were talking about it, and I was like, that's pretty good. I want to see it, so we're gonna check it out eventually.
I saw all 3 when they premiered.
Well, aren't you just cool?
But I went to a discount theater.
Hey, man, listen. So I used to work at that theater. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You want comfy seats and stuff, but dude, if you get reclined back in them seats too far, you're going to sleep.
Right.
I work hard during the day. When I get a second
you get
and
in a
I
dark
kick
room
back
and
and
a comfortable
relax,
chair, it's over.
I'm out. I'm out, dude. I'm out.
What'd you think of Guy Gardner in this movie?
I thought he was hilarious.
He was very funny.
I loved it when Lois made the reference about his haircut.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I have 328 women actually love it.
Yeah.
Or 300 something. He said 200 something. I don't know. Somewhere around 300. He was like, I want
to see a whole movie about this Justice Gang or whatever they're going to call it.
Yes.
It's obviously going to become the Justice League, but get some more. I want to see the Martian Manhunter in there. I want to get a good Batman.
It would be interesting if we see.
Hold up. Dr. Crawford, you got hate on Bat Pat?
Oh, God, I refuse to watch that movie. I'm not watching it.
You haven't watched it and yet you're commenting on it?
And they need to kill that second movie. They need to get rid of that crap and get a good Batman.
Freaking awesome.
So they can have a good Batman. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, bro. It is good.
Oh my God.
We gotta watch it, dude. We need to do a watch party and just watch it. So I can either watch Dr. Coverdale's enjoy it, or I can watch his head explode.
God. No, I don't want to see the Riddler as the killer from Seven. I don't want to see.
But it wasn't
Catwoman.
bad.
No, it looked horrible.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't.
Oh my God.
I absolutely love the Batmobile.
But do you think that Batman would fit into this DC? I don't think he would.
I don't think so. No.
No. That's why I'm saying you don't need all these diverse projects and creating brand confusion. Right. You need to move ahead with something that all fits
one
together.
Universe. Like, I mean, I get that, but I also want to see like different story arcs and
all the TV
shows,
all the movies. They should all be part of one continuity moving forward, and we need to get rid of that horrible. The Batman and get it the hell out of there.
Gosh.
The Penguin, I don't give a flying F about the Penguin.
I mean,
about that version of the Penguin. I don't care how good that show is. I'm not watching.
I wanted to see,
dude. I'm telling you really should check it out, though.
Yes.
People have said it, and I sort of agree that Kevin Conway and the animated Batman series was the peak Batman.
I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. It was really good.
I tried to get my kids. I tried to get my kids to watch it, and they're too young.
My daughter
loved
had
the best crossover nexus ever. Right? That had the best crossover nexus ever. Right? Villains came and went. They didn't hang it. They didn't linger. They always had someone different. They had they had a Green Lantern. They had a different guy. This guy, that guy. They never lingered, right? They didn't come and say, hey, this is our universe. They just said, we're from, it was different cities, right? Each city had its own hero, its own specific criminals. But sometimes the criminals say, hey, I'm out of here. I'm coming over here. And the other guy will say, no, you don't. The arrow would come after him, There was no running, and it was always Gotham was the place that criminals went because there was only the Batman, It was only one man. It was the leftover city, It was Chicago.
Right.
It's where everybody went to be a hood.
Yeah, we just got through watching Batman Beyond, and now I'm watching.
Have you seen
Static Shock because I want to see the crossover they do. He crosses over with Batman Beyond apparently in the fourth season.
There's Batman Beyond. How many future Batmans did they make? I think they only made 3, right?
What do you mean on the cartoon?
Batman of the Future.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Black Hammer brings back the Joker for one last time, and I thought, you know what? I was already over Hamill then,
I thought in that movie, the Batman Beyond movie, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where they bring him back one more time. Sort of, kind of.
But that's the problem. They've done that how many times now? The Killing Joke. I think
I didn't watch any of those.
Was cut off at the end. That was a shame.
You're talking about the later animated movies?
Yeah, I didn't watch.
Okay.
I
I
never
haven't
watched
watched a lot
Batman
of those.
Beyond.
Batman Beyond, I was resistant to at first, but it really gets good. It gets good.
Yeah, I couldn't get into
it's
it.
like I said before, with stories, you can't hit the action running when you have such a big ensemble. When you have to ease in, and a lot of people expect to know the backstory and people sitting around and talking. No, this is a go, 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 and it's meant. And in long story form, there's rarely complicated backstories. There's rarely, hi, we're going to introduce this person and they're going to be around forever, right?
Yeah.
It's usually just a central character, a broader cast, and then all your once-off.
Right.
Batman Beyond is what you would pretty much call American anime, and it's very rare because they actually, for once, copied that anime style where you have your central character, you have your cast heard, and then you have your once-offs, right? And you
got to think of Batman Beyond as like, I think of it, it's like a combination between Batman, Spider-Man, because he's a teenager.
Yeah.
And he's got balance all this social life and stuff, and then it's kind of like Iron Man because he's in a suit. I mean, it enhances his strength and he can fly, so it's kind of like that. So it's kind of like Iron Man when he wore his stealth armor. It's kind of like that because he can turn invisible, he can camouflage himself and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, I forget which one. There's actually an explanation. One day Bruce is out. And somebody asks, just off the cuff, you really think the government knows who Batman is? And he says, nah. And as he's leaving, the man stops us and says, yes, we do.
Well, Amanda Waller knew who he was.
Yeah.
In an episode
the FBI knows who he is.
Of Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah.
Remember, he was like, she's like, says something to
I think it says Justice,
right.
The
and
Justice
then he's
League
like,
too. The FBI says,
okay, you're talking about the live action.
Yeah. They tell...
In real life, they would probably figure it out.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, in the real first lots of animations, they always had him go past the city limit sign. Mm-hmm. So the cops couldn't follow. But the FBI always knew who he was. That's how he got the tunnels built. They were old, a lot of things were covered up, right? Yeah, all sorts of stuff. He was and like they tried to introduce that in the movies where they say Wayne Industries, pretty much the Elon Musk of the day, lots of government money, lots of government contracts, lots of wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, in the comic, he moved the old Batcave to the new Batcave under the Wayne Foundation building in the late 60s because it was like an abandoned subway substation or something, and he expanded that and turned it into the new Batcave.
Yeah, but that's how it was able to go to different parts of the city. Yeah, he took over the old subway. That's how he was able to go to all these different parts of the city.
So I don't know what they're doing in the comics now, but that's the way it was all through the 70s and 80s. It was under the Wayne Foundation
Batcave
building.
Was abandoned long ago. There's actually a story that goes back to it, that the abandoned Batcave.
Yeah, and then he lived in a penthouse on the top of the Wayne Foundation building. He didn't even live at Wayne Manor through most of the Bronze Age.
They changed it, but that was more of a evolution of Batman, not a retcon of Batman. But they later retconned it when they jumped back and then tried to reboot it and then tried to bring back the Subway Network. And again, it comes back to the comic book nerds who are starting to get all the storylines into just one mesh. And what they do is they take the Killing Joke and a few others from... But they forget, those are modern Batman. Those aren't Golden Age or Bronze Age Batman.
Putting the Killing Joke into actual continuity was a mistake, in my opinion. But I mean, even Alan Moore didn't want them to make that into continuity. He wanted that a separate thing that wasn't, because then Barbara Gordon was crippled and then she became Oracle and all that. But
But the problem is with normies, if they read a story, it's canon. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's canon.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We used to have things called "This
Now,
is an
do you want some
imaginary
breaking
story"
news?
or whatever. And what's that?
Pam Bondi is under siege as pressure has increased from Dan Bongino.
I was just getting ready to start talking about this.
Okay, go for it.
Tom Creighton's launching a lawsuit, but DOJ is saying there's nothing. There's a no there, and wants it dismissed. Apparently, Kash Patel has now put his signature alongside Dan Bongino to that will go to the White House and basically say it's us or her.
Yeah,
Right.
Apparently there was a situation at the White House on Wednesday or Thursday. Dan Bongino walked out, and nobody has seen him since.
Oh boy!
Bongino walked out of his office Wednesday.
He's furious.
And it's been confirmed. He's yet to make a final decision, but he hasn't returned Trump's call. Okay, but that wasn't from Trump himself. That was from on behalf of.
Is this about the whole Epstein list thing?
It's about the fact that this is directly about Pam Bondi making those two sit down and say there was no there without them conducting the investigation. They were reading off a script handed by investigators she picked, not them.
Gotcha.
And she was forcing them to say it at the threat of losing their job.
Right.
And they said, we might as well lose our job because she's going to keep doing this to us.
Well, didn't Trump also say, well, are we still talking about this thing in 2025?
Trump was briefed, okay? And what they told him was that there's a 10-hour video with only 1 minute missing that shows nobody coming or going. Right? And that fits. Right, that nobody went. That the guys who were supposed to be patrolling weren't. They weren't on duty. They weren't even on floor. Yeah. That fits.
It's like everything about this is fishy. Then there's the videotape with them where it just jumps ahead a minute. It just resets itself at midnight. Come on.
No, that is where. No, that 1 minute. That 1 minute blackout, and a lot of people have said this. This is not my speculation. That it's not enough time for a person to come and go. But what it is the videotape has reached the end of its loop and they've just hit reset.
Right. They've
come up, hit the reset button to start it again and left. Okay? From one machine to another. It's supposed... Right. They're not allowed to delete those tapes. Those tapes can't be recorded back over. But what happens is when they reach the end of that loop, there's that 1 minute where somebody's supposed to start the next machine to show that there's somebody on the floor. And he missed his time. He wasn't there. Right? He was late coming out of the left. That's all. Right? But the problem is they're not showing that. Okay? You got to show everything. You can't just say, oh, yeah, he just, you got to actually have him come out. But they don't want to dox the guy who was met for not doing his job because, that's, that'll get the ire of the union. Basically, there'll be walkouts. They'll be saying, oh, he'll be harassed.
Do you think that they would? Do you think that they're gonna make her resign? They should. I think they should.
Yeah, that's the breaking news. Pam Bondi has put out a press statement saying that she will not resign. She worked closely with FBI Director Kash and Dan Bongino, the joint FBI and DOJ memo regarding Epstein files. All of us signed off on the contents of the memo. The conclusion was stated that there was no daylight, between them. It was that President Trump had assembled a highly qualified, experienced law team dedicated to protecting Americans, holding criminals accountable, and delivering justice to victims. This work is being carried out seamlessly and with unity. Any attempt at subdivision is baseless and distracts from real progress, restoring trust, public safety, and justice for all. Charlie Kirk immediately responded by saying, this is one of the key issues that will cost the Republicans votes in midterms and in 2028. that if they can't resolve this quickly and soon, this will be I mean, for a start, you have, right, he believes thousands already, and it's going to be millions by the end of the month who are going to be watching this on TikTok. This type right here.
Check this meme. Epstein list needs to be released, but Peter would literally destabilize the world. 2/3 of Congress, a large portion of the world, most powerful people would be imprisoned. Society would be at least partially collapsed. And he says, I already set up for it. You don't have to sell it to me.
Bingo! That's what I'm saying, right?
It's so true.
That's what I'm saying. People are going to be seeing this what you just posted on TikTok, okay? 7,000, you're losing your target demo. The old voters, you're losing how many old voters a month? So, Trump, you realize this, right? I mean, most politicians should realize this. You're losing votes every month, whether you like it or not.
Oh, here's another good one. It's from the Matrix.
Yeah.
He says, don't try to get them to release the list. That's impossible. Instead, just try to realize the truth. He said, what's the truth? They're all on the list. Oof.
Now, I'm going to say something that isn't popular, but you've got to remember something about Epstein Island. And that is, he did a lot of legitimate stuff there to cover his tracks. And
like what? What do you mean?
Apparently, Jeffrey Epstein ran a huge financial network. And he had a lot of financial people coming and going from the island.
Yeah.
And he conducted business with around 12,000 people, according to some lists. And they're all ready to sue Trump if they're named. That's what I'm hearing.
I mean, go for it.
The problem is Trump doesn't want to be bogged down in court, and this is exactly what the Democrats set up. Remember, the Democrats redacted all the list. All this stuff was redacted, put on the DOJ website, and then left for 4 years without investigation of who was guilty or innocent. And remember, you got Bill Gates, Bill Clinton. You got what? 3 aircraft just on one flight wing. You've got how many properties? I think 28. Now, according to Liberal Hive Mind, they dug up a 2001 article, January 22nd, 2001. The Evening Standard in UK published that Epstein was an intelligence asset, and at the bequest of the government, they didn't say which, his troubles went away.
Yeah.
So, definitely, Peter, release the list and burn it all down. Now, in separate news, guess who can now be called a man?
Do we care?
Macron's wife, Bridget, can now officially be called a man.
No way. No way, it's official?
A pair of French reporters were sued by Bridget for defamation, and a judge ruled that the reporters had the right to call her a man.
That's hysterical. No way.
I could just imagine right now, every time he gets out of the house.
Sir.
Hello, sir and sir.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Yep.
they're gonna milk this. This is gonna be fun.
That's
I could just
ridiculous,
see them. I could see the memes right now.
Of course, the left-wing media have said, out of respect, we will continue to honor Brigitte's pronouns.
Which is what?
Hello, sir.
What's your what? Dumb fucking why did I marry Macron?
Yeah, well, he definitely beat the crap out of Macron, didn't he? That black eye.
But we could think of another person who
black eye.
We could think of another person who beat the crap out of another husband.
No, yes, well, but we know she's a woman, but she did beat up Trudeau, Macron Jr.
Well, actually, I wonder if she's trying to catch up to Michael Obama.
Yeah.
So if they could call Macron's wife a he, what's stopping us from calling Michelle Obama Big Mike?
We do.
We do.
No, I mean we're allowed to now. If they ruled it like that, then by all means.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. What?
But yes, the rumors are circulating, but they've decided to live separate lives under one roof. They're not getting a divorce. They're going to live separate lives under one roof.
Yeah, that's not going to work out well. Just come out and say it. Just come out and say it. We're getting divorced. I mean, look what happened to Bill and Melinda. Melinda kicked his turtleneck wearing ass out the door, and Melinda is doing better.
The thing is, she admitted she was a scumbag who used Bill Gates' association with Jeffrey Epstein to blackmail him into marrying her.
Now I wonder who's more scarier, her or Bill.
Yeah.
That begs the question. That begs the question.
Yeah. Well, you got to ask that about Bezos and his association and how his. But apparently, rumors are that they were never a happy couple, and he made a deal with her to get divorced when he left the company. So,
man, deals, blackmail. We're living in James Bond right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But I will be fair.
And yet here we are as the bystanders in this movie. Here we are.
Look, I'll be fair to Trump and say that he's got so much on his plate, and he's been so misserved by the fact that Ted Bundy was forced on him.
I will level with Trump here. Look, I understand. As president, yes, you have a lot on your plate, and I will say his outburst is well justified, and we get it. We get it and everything, but the wording of it should have been a bit better. But I understand. Yes. But I understand the why.
Yeah,
and everything, because it looks like it from what I could read, it looks like it looks like there are already plans in motion to do something. He just doesn't want to say anything at the current president, and wants to deflect it away because
he's trying to do something. Okay, he's said it for weeks now. He's been trying to get movement on this case, and we know now that it's Pam Bondi. Okay. It's got nothing to do with Trump.
I think you're right. Pam Bondi was forced. That's because if you really look at it, it's clear to see why Matt Gaetz got kicked out from the AG position. It's very clear to see because they wanted Pam Bondi. They shoved her in they shoved Kamala in, and there you go.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Matt Gaetz. I would have been fine with Matt Gaetz because he was
very clear by the Uni Party who worship the ground that the CIA walk on because, let's face it, the CIA helps a lot of politicians with useful information.
I wonder how fast I could get the CIA to my door if I just told them, look, I have a few files here and there on my hard drive.
You might have Hillary come over.
Even better. I'll have a cup of tea ready for her. I'll have a cup of tea and some crumpets, and I'll wear the blue dress. I'll just sit there in the blue dress, be like, "Hi, Hillary, let's do this." Do you have your knife?
She brought a hitman to a gun. She brought a hitman to a gun.
And then 5 days later, Anime Night passes away under mysterious circumstances.
No, self-inflicted 3 times.
Yeah, apparently Anime Night has it's self-inflicted with 27 gunshot wounds.
Hillary Clinton. Hello, suicide hotline. I'd like to place an order, please.
Hey,
and keep in mind, this is about me, and I'm all for the jokes. I'm all for the jokes, YouTube. I'm not being bullied. I'm making jokes to myself.
So not to derail too awful bad, but I just ran across a thing on X about apparently Jeremy Dean Kane. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, Gary from Nerdrotic. What's that dude's name?
Jeremy Griggs.
Jeremy Griggs. Dean Kane,
Geeks and Gamers guy.
Dean Kane, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, Gary from Nerdrotic, Chris Gore, and was on Pierce Morgan.
I saw
really?
that.
Talking about Superman.
I saw that.
Jeremy Griggs was on Pierce Morgan?
Dumped all over it.
Oh, boy.
How am I going to play it?
Superman's actually a refugee.
Isn't that an immigrant?
They're trying to equate those things together, which I think is ridiculous because of the current politicization of
They never equated that in the movie.
Not the kind of guy who's going to put an American flag in his front yard during 4th of July. And that's the kind of guy you need to be to create Superman.
I did not like this movie at all. Every man in this movie is weak and he cries.
Chris, there is one silver lining here, which I think you touched on.
Dresses, short skirts, high heels, cleavage. Thank you, James Gunn, for that.
Hollywood's has been trying to remove masculinity for it seems like the last decade. Once again, it needs to be White Boy Summer to bring people back to the box office.
I mean,
can I just say one thing? Pierce Morgan also has Destiny on there occasionally, so the hell with him.
Yeah, but it's actually him like trashing him so badly that it's actually worth watching because just like Destiny.
Who's Destiny?
He's this blue-haired twat.
I don't know if you want to go down that road.
No, he's a blue-haired twat.
He's a left-wing.
Just tell me who
made fun of that guy of the father who got killed during the Trump assassination attempt.
Well, among other things, he's just
among other things. And he recently said something egregious about the Texas flood, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh my gosh!
He's famous for being cucked by a black man while his current wife was dancing with a black guy behind him.
Yeah, that video will forever be funny.
She later left him, and he's just looking so depressed in the foreground while his wife is just dancing in the background.
It is the greatest form of cuckery I have ever seen, and I'm just like that man is actually showing her a good time, and it looks, and it's like, you know what? I'll party with that dude. Dude. Fuck you, Destiny. I'll party with him.
And he's had like at least 2 wives leave him.
Like, but I ran across that clip because Jeremy came on and said that I just saw Superman 25 again. Man of Steel is better, far better.
Yeah, right. No, it's not, Jeremy. He's always been a brighter, a Snyder bro. He's always gonna like those movies.
That's what I said. A lot of people who are shitting on this movie are comic book nerds who want their favorite and only want their favorite. You could actually probably dig up the Golden Age and they would say, this isn't the Golden Age, because remember, to them, when they talk about their favorite stuff, they talk about the Killing Joke. That's not the Golden Age, folks.
No, more like the Superman animated series, Dark Phoenix.
But
people's commenting saying you're comparing apples to hand grenades.
Warner Brothers' biggest problem is for the last 15 years at least, almost every movie they make hasn't turned a real profit. They admitted that they lost money on Harry Potter. You know, that's why they had to cancel the last movie, because they were out of money. the Harry Potter fund was gone. You know, all the money they made from the first 4 movies was spent. You know, only the first 4 movies, because even though they made $1 billion per movie, their expenses went from 120 million up to 300 million. You know, and then they had the DVD sales and all these other things and all these other projects were just draining money. They weren't making anything. You know, they weren't bringing in the money. Someone once said the last movie, if it wasn't Harry Potter, it would have made, you know, £8.
I'd love to talk to somebody that didn't hate that hated the movie. I mean,
I don't get it.
What's really funny is you guys remember Justin from the Podcasting Dead?
Oh yeah.
All right, so I was having a conversation with him last night and this morning about Superman, and I was like, he was like, all right, how was it? Because you know he always is like, dude, you hate everything. I was like, I really liked it. He's like, oh my gosh, shut up.
Huh. You don't hate everything, do you?
I hate a lot of things.
I thought that was me. I thought that was my.
No, I'm bad. I'm terrible. I hate a lot of things. It's rubbing off on my wife. She's like, we'll be watching a show and she'll be like, why'd they do that? They had all the choice in the world. They did that. And I was like, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, a lot of stuff sucks, but
yeah,
this new movie is not one of. I can't understand that. You'd rather watch The Man of Steel. That's a better movie where he's dour. He lets a guy humiliate him while he's being a waiter and then destroys his truck. He destroys his livelihood. And then he lets 99.9% of Metropolis be destroyed before he saves anything. It's like that, you know, and then kills a guy at the end. I mean, he'd rather watch that. That's more Superman.
He takes part in the destruction.
Actually, the Batman Superman animated movie is way better than Man of Steel.
Somebody commented on Jeremy's post and said, "You hated it so much you went and saw it twice?" ?
Yeah.
Hey, that's the art of grifting. That's the art of grifting. Why do you think I haven't gone? Why do you think I haven't gone?
He's the one that actually, Jeremy is the one that liked The Last Jedi originally, and of course he's taken that review down because that didn't age well.
Yeah,
but
you got to remember, back in the early days, how many times did we call them out for changing their opinions?
Right.
Yeah.
You know? That's why they didn't want me around, because I remember because I wouldn't play ball with their bullshit.
I remember. When those movies came out.
I remember.
I remember when those movies came out. Man, it was rough, dude. I liked The Force Awakens. I liked when I went and saw The Last Jedi. I remember thinking like, yeah, this is good, right? This is good, right? Yeah, this is okay. Yeah.
The only movie that felt way closer to Star Wars was Rogue One, and that's it. It felt way closer because the characters got a chance to shine in their own scenes.
Last Jedi
and the director had the balls to kill off a female lead.
Right. Last Jedi is the first.
Yeah, because
they kill everyone at the end.
Because Jyn Erso dies on the planet.
You're right.
Yeah, they all die.
And I'm like,
they all die on the beach.
It's okay to kill
reach style.
They'll never do that with Rey. Yeah. They will never do that with Rey. They'll never do that. They will never do that with Rey. No,
Dr. Coffin-Nails with a throwback there.
Yeah.
That was old.
That always gets a laugh. I said that in the office the other day. Yeah. They got a laugh. I've never played Halo Reach, but it gets a laugh.
Sorry. There's one impact which you cannot deny. That Superman is taking people back to the cinema, right? You cannot deny the lines. You cannot deny the ticket sales. But one thing, Jurassic World is going to be the biggest bomb this month, and it's going to take a lot of headlines.
Oh man, does that
a lot of headlines are going to be dedicated to that very soon.
It looked. It looked nice. Well, I did see a few scenes from Jurassic World. Based on what I saw, it looked good. I did see the beginning, and I seen a few scenes. It looked decent enough, and I'm like, okay, this is good.
Speaking of hating everything, they haven't made a good Jurassic Park movie since the original, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Actually, people are now going back and saying that Jurassic 3 was a good movie.
No, it wasn't. It was
oh my God, the turnaround!
Every one of those movies is horrible except for the first one. It's like they're
know what?
That one they were training dinosaurs to kill people by pointing a gun at them, and then the dinosaur would go after them. Why didn't you just shoot him with the gun? It makes no sense.
It's cheaper. Yeah, none of those stories made sense, but they were all action set pieces.
Yeah.
Now, you got to remember, when they were talking about script writing, right? They're saying, when you write a script, you have 8 plot points. And you start with the first one, and the first one is the cause, then you have the effect, and then the effect, and then the effect, and then the effect. That should be the only time you say, and then, instead of saying, the man walks across the street, and then does this, and then does that, and then does this, and then does that, and then you get to the next plot point. Wait a minute, they're not connected. They're not connected. They're not connected. And that's what you get with Jurassic Park as a franchise, right? You have a bunch of plot points all around the dinosaurs, but none of them are connected, right? You don't really have Jurassic Park. No, it's Isa-Ela, and then it's this park, and then it's this reboot.
No, it's this. It's this. The new one's good, David, because there's yet another island they didn't tell you about. So we got to go back to this
another
one.
And then, you know.
But wait, there's that other.
Wait a minute, you guys were talking about.
There's yet another island.
Reboots and.
But wait a minute, there's more.
What was it you were saying? Reboots and retro. What's
retcon.
No. When the retcon, yeah.
Reboots.
It's like we never told you about this other island, and then there's another one we didn't tell you about.
Then there's the soft reboot, which the Jurassic World thing basically was, because it's like we're basically going to remake the first movie, but we're going to set it in the same universe as the first movie. So it's not really a reboot, but it's a soft reboot. But it's like we're basically just doing the first movie again.
That there's all these dinosaurs out in the ocean, and Navy isn't out there going, cool. Or Yahoos out there with big guns going, bang.
They would have been killed off. Dinosaurs are big, most of them. I mean, it's not like if elephants became a big problem, we could wipe them all out if we wanted to. I mean, they started eating.
Well, they were a big problem, and they were wiped out. Farmers did wipe out the elephants in some parts of Africa because they were trampling crops.
That's true.
Okay, people forget that. It's the same with lions. Lions were a big problem until they were hunted to near extinction.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big. One of them tore up my rutabagas the other day. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just saying that, you know, when animals attack,
crap.
Yeah.
I hear they make good pies.
I hear vegans make good line bake.
Or is that rhubarb?
Grass fed.
Yeah.
Well, the perfect meat for a lion. They're grass fed meat.
I just hope the rain don't hurt the rhubarb none. That's all I hope.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of broke, Dr. Phil has filed for bankruptcy.
Really?
Dr. Phil.
Wonderful. Sounds like somebody spent a little bit too much on the nose candy. What I'm guessing.
Oh Lord.
Or hookers, one of the two.
That could be slandered.
The Grohl Productions decided that they were going to some sort of weird partnership.
Allegedly, they're uncovered.
Allegedly. You still got that one? Appalachian.
What's up?
Network.
The
Network
allegedly button.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save us from libel.
Or
slander, actually slander.
I'm going to give us a thumbs
only
up.
got it to like,
hey, can I chat as me?
Yeah.
Their viewership was like 7,000 or something.
If I do it on
something
my...
ridiculous.
I do. I just did.
There we go.
Yeah, but Lape has got the keys to the castle, so if he comments directly on StreamYard, it'll come up as the men's room.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did I do this?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's how Lape can start the show when I'm not here. Which,
Extremeception.
by the way,
he needs to do.
I may not be here next week.
That's fine. The 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You'll need to do that.
That'd be 2 weeks from now.
I might be I don't know if I'm going to do it Friday or Saturday, but I've got a pool concert duty over at Beach Mountain. So I'm thinking of taking half a Friday off.
Actually, I don't think we're going to be able to do a show Friday, the 25th, unless you figure out how to set up Rumble or go with that. I guess you could do without Rumble.
We did last time. I had to start it.
Sorry, Rumble. Because Rumble, you have to log in and you have to set it up. You have to set it up separately. I mean, I guess I can take my laptop. I can set it up.
Rumble's gonna be pissed.
I know Rumble sucks. Rumble doesn't suck. It's sad because every time I look at my Rumble, we're growing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's see, what is it?
I'm telling Rumble.
235 followers.
Hmm.
Yeah. There's four viewers if they're watching right now. What's up,
Yeah,
Rumble?
we better not screw them.
Yeah.
25th then.
Well, we'll figure it out.
I think my Rumble's up to date.
We'll figure it out. The only downside about Rumble is you can't, like, I can get on StreamYard and I can set up like the week streams on like a Thursday, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But Rumble, you have a 24-hour window. So if I set it up, if I set our stream up at like, let's say 8:45 on a Thursday, when he goes and that's what I did last time. I set it up early over a 24-hour period, and it timed out just before Lay Pit go live.
Oh wow.
That's why it didn't work the last time.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
If I had to set it up after 9 o'clock, then it would have worked. But if I do it too early on a Thursday, it's got a 24-hour window. So, what stinks is we're gonna leave Thursday evening, right after work. So.
Go on vacation?
Which obviously, yeah, we'll talk about that off air. Which obviously that means the 26th there will be no coffee and gaming. Unless Lape wants to do that.
One thing about what Neurotic was saying. Superman cried all the time in the comic books. At least the ones I read. Yeah. I mean, there was usually a reason for it. I mean, it was, usually. And I think he had a good reason in the movie.
I don't remember him crying.
Well, he does a little bit when that guy, Luthor, shoots that guy. Spoiler.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, come on.
Dude,
he's being subject to kryptonite poisoning, first of all.
Yeah.
He's like in a really compromising position. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you're right, dude. That would be.
And Metamorpho cried more, really. I mean, Superman just like a tear came down. Well, DC used to have a theory that if someone was crying on the cover, it would sell more copies. That and Gorillas. So
Gorillas?
Yeah, Gorillas was a big seller for some reason. So somebody theorized if there was a crying gorilla on the cover, it would just sell like gangbusters. But I don't know if they ever did that.
Crying
gorilla. I always thought they sold more when they put babes on the front cover, but
well, they figured that out.
Maybe it was just me.
They figured that out later.
Yeah.
But I don't think that movie was an attack on masculinity. I think that's a stretch.
That is. I mean, who wouldn't get upset?
Right. That was a very upsetting circumstance. And Luthor cries at the end, but I mean, he's defeated and he's a villain, and he was just attacked. Well, I don't want to ruin the whole movie, but
yeah,
he was a villain.
It's obvious he was.
The Supreme Court rule.
And he wasn't played by Jesse Eisenberg, so that's a
thank goodness.
Right Good God.
Oh man, that guy. That makes me question. Can you actually classify him as a man?
No.
No.
It hurts to watch him. It hurts. It physically hurts.
That is a boy.
To watch him playing Lex Luthor,
15 and peaked.
They'd rather have Jesse Eisenberg with a jar of urine then watch the new Superman movie. Apparently, I think that's a bridge.
So, Dr. Coffinios, do you think Henry Cavill really dodged a bullet with this one?
What do you mean? I like the new movie.
No, I would have liked to have seen Henry.
I don't think he does.
I
think
would like to.
He would have been good in it, but I could see why they went with the new guy. One, he's getting older, and this guy's like 32, and Henry Cavill's like in his mid 40s already,
I think.
And he's getting up there, and they're wanting these movies to go for a while. So you got to get someone a little younger.
Yeah,
I think the new guy's pretty good, but I think Cavill would have been good in this if he would have been given him a chance to do this. He could have done it.
I think, and this is only just my opinion, okay, and hello, Carl. I think they need to get rid of this idea. Every time they have a new actor, they have to do a reboot.
Right.
Mm-hmm. There'd be too much confusion if they had Cavill in this anyway, because they're starting basically a new continuity. You can't.
But I don't like that.
You can't have some people in there.
I don't like every time they reboot. Okay, I think they shouldn't be rebooting every time.
This needed a reboot, in my opinion. Yes, there's too many reboots, especially with Spider-Man. They rebooted every 7 years, it seems like. But
you think it really needed a reboot?
No.
Superman.
Yes. I don't think you could have built on Man of Steel.
Oh, okay. Okay, getting off
Snyderverse. You can't build something off the Snyderverse. I mean, you maybe could have, but I mean, then
I didn't see this. I didn't see this come off of the Snyder. I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. What do you?
So you're saying, what are you trying to say? I'm just not following. I don't think.
I'm not following you. I'm saying they couldn't continue the Snyderverse. They're gonna get Jason Momoa to play
Lobo.
Lobo anyway, which is a role he's pretty much made for.
But they're not. I mean, this isn't a continuation, is it?
No, I'm saying this is a reboot. This is
I thought you said it needed a reboot.
No,
I'm saying the reboot has already happened.
Okay. I'm sorry. I see it now. I get it now.
You thought I meant it needed a reboot after this movie. No, it does not.
Okay.
No,
this is the reboot.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see him keep doing reboots. This movie failed. Let's reboot.
Yeah. Well,
find the audience.
In the 80s and 90s, we had Batman movie with we had a series of Batman movies with 3 different Batmans.
Yeah.
Right. Same with Alfred.
Let's wait a year or two and get a good Batman in there, so that when we have the Justice Gang or the Justice League, which they should call it the next one, they shouldn't just keep calling it the Justice Gang. Once it's settled, have Batman show up. It can be great. They can have him getting into arguments with Guy Gardner like they did in the 80s. You could have the famous scene where he punches out Guy Gardner. It's
all right. So which
punches him out? I mean,
well, which Batman were we getting?
You can't have Pattinson do it. You can't believably he couldn't punch out Guy Gardner. I don't think
the problem with
Pattinson couldn't believably punch me out. I think I could take him.
With Pattinson Batman is they set it up as right beside Metropolis, right? And they set it up as being an early was it an early career of Superman or just prior to Superman? The timing is out, right?
I'm sorry, what are you talking about, David?
The Christopher Reeve, the Pattinson Batman is set, right, you have across the bay is Metropolis. And it's just on when Clark Kent just comes to work at the Daily Planet. He hasn't become Superman yet or revealed that he's Superman.
So you're saying you could still fit this into the new...
Yeah, I'm saying because Superman has not appeared in that universe. It's just
as of the new movie.
And since his movie is before that, it could actually be...
Well, the new movie... The movie that just dropped today, he's supposed to have been around for about 3 years.
Right. See, now I'm thinking the Pattinson Batman universe. There is no Superman.
Yeah, I don't want that universe to intersect with this universe.
Yes.
No, I don't either. I want it to be its own separate thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's fine. You can do that too. But I'm just saying, in the official announcement on the position of Superman, is that they said it's before he appears in Metropolis.
Right.
Gotcha.
Correct. I don't like the idea of Batman showing up before Superman, though, because Superman showed up in 1938 and Batman didn't show up till 1939. So Superman should always come a little bit before Batman.
I didn't know that.
The way the DC
Batman
universe
universe,
is set
there
up.
was no Superman in the original.
Without Superman, there'd be no Batman.
Well, they weren't even. Wasn't Batman Detective Comics or something like that?
Yes.
First,
Detective Comics 27 is his first.
All right, so they were a completely different publisher.
No, it was all under the same publisher.
Oh, is that
there were two different publishers back then that merged, to where they had they had one that had the original Green Lantern and one that had the original Wonder Woman. That was a separate one. But the DC Comics, the National Periodical Publications, which was what it was called then, always had Superman and Batman.
Okay.
But the other one was like All Star or something, and they merged together into DC in like the 40s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 48. Well, I think something
like that.
Yeah,
I used to know.
And
all that stuff.
And also, I think during the 70s, Marvel was being published by people because of the cost of it. They had an ink crisis or something.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, they were known as Superman-DC until 77. They became DC Comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've had name changes.
I know they didn't.
Management was trying to brand.
Okay, that's what it was. Action Comics was Superman, and Detective Comics was Batman.
Yeah, but they were rebranded because they originally wanted an ensemble of comics from each of their divisions. They wanted to absorb the whole market, right? Because at the time there were Beetle Baileys, there were so many war comics out there, and they saw those coming to an end, and they wanted to fill in the market with a new age of heroes.
Yeah, you did
it
say
didn't go down so well.
National Allied Publications, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
National Periodical Publications is what DC was originally called.
Yeah.
And then Detective Comics was just one of their comics, and that's where DC comes from. Yeah. And then after a while, they started putting DC up in the corner, and that became the unofficial people would call it DC. They wouldn't call it, hey, have you bought Marvel or National Periodical? No, they call it DC, but they didn't officially change their name to DC till much later.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm gonna have to run out of here because it's getting close to 10:30, and my wife's waiting on me. We're gonna watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Have you guys ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No, I've never heard of it.
It is a show that's on Peacock. If you have access to Peacock,
well, that would be why I never heard of it.
It's a extremely funny sitcom about police officers, and Andy Samberg is the main character.
Really quick, what do you give the new Superman movie 1 out of 10?
What's your rating out of 10?
Oof.
What's your rating out of 1 out of 10?
Oh man, I give it a good solid 7.5, 8.
You know, that's what I was going to say, 7.5. But I'm pretty strict. Something has to be really good to get an 8.
Right.
I'm going to watch it again and see if it makes the cut to 8.
Yeah.
But there's a few scenes in there that I think drags the movie down, so I don't think it'll make an 8. But
I'd like to see, an extended cut, maybe when it comes on to Blu-ray or something. I think I'll definitely pick this up.
David, suddenly drop, or did he have to?
Yeah, he probably lost power. It's all right. We're getting ready to go now.
Yep.
What's up? You got something to say? Late?
No, I was just saying I was agreeing.
There's Dave.
Ready to go.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll be back first thing in the morning for some coffee and gaming.
Bye, Dave.
David's like froze up. Buy David's book. Check out his channel. He does have a new YouTube channel, Dave Talks.
Oh,
that's actually my old.
It's his old one. He's froze again. It's his old YouTube channel. Got reactivated, so go check it out.
Because it's winter down there where he is. So
probably froze.
Electrons are moving slower. All right.
I'm sure that he's got it associated with his LinkTree, so check it out. But we'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. right here on the men's room for coffee and gaming. buy David's book, check out Lape's channel, Anime Night's channel, and everybody else. All of our links are down
Justice
below.
and the American way.
Yeah.
Not a better tomorrow.
Yes, you guys have a great day. Take care. And we'll see you in the morning.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. Fuck you, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.
I love you. You gotta do better than that. I love you.